34 minutes. All right, let's see what we can do with that. All right. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Let's give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rukwakadash. Double honor to our elders and apostles of GMS who rule well, teach well, and this is to, let me start here. Let's start with the scripture first. Let's get that Matthew chapter 28, verse 19. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all things whatsoever I command you. And lo, I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Now, what we're teaching the nations is the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. This is what you're going to have to take care of, be prepared for after the 1,000 years after your 1,000 years of slavery. You're still going to have to know the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. All right? Let's go to Mark 16 and 15. And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned. All right, and that's going into all the nations. Why? Let's get the reason why. Go back. Let's go here. Deuteronomy chapter 4:27. And the Lord shall scatter you. Let me open it up though. Let me open it up. Because you want to get the right, the concept. Deuteronomy chapter 4. I'm going to start at verse 23. Take heed unto yourselves, lest ye forget the covenant of the Lord your power, which he made with you, and make you a graven image or the likeness of anything which the Lord thy power hath forbidden thee. For the Lord thy power is a consuming fire, even a jealous power. When thou shalt beget children and children's children, and ye shall have remained long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves, and make a graven image, and the likeness of anything, and shall do evil in the sight of the Lord thy power to provoke him to anger, I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land. All right? Whereunto ye go over Jordan to possess it. Ye shall not prolong your days upon it, but shall utterly be destroyed. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whether the Lord shall lead you. All right? And that's where we at right now. And that's what we have to go out and preach this word to all the nations. Because among those nations, as it says, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen. All right? Few in number among the heathen. So, because through the seed of your father, going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? The seed of your father going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that makes you a child of Israel. And we've been spread through all the nations. And that's confirmed as the speckled bird. The Lord said his heritage is as a speckled bird. Okay, so a lot of us are scattered throughout Africa, throughout Asia, Asia Minor, throughout Europe, throughout Southern America, Northern America, Canada, all over. All right, we're spread out upon all the nations, and that's why this word must be preached. For what? For that few in number, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whether the Lord shall lead you. Let's get a precept on this. Jeremiah 23 and verse 3. And I will gather the remnant of my flock, right? The flock. What's the flock? Israel. Israel is the flock of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. He said, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, right? Out of all nations, whether I have driven them, and will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase. At the water Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's what He's doing. In this day and time right now. Now, why I want to get into this is because you have Esau Edom. And he's named himself the white man. All right? He named himself the white man in the late 1600s. He came up with a classification for nations based on so-called color, which is really inaccurate because so-called Negroes are not black. This is black. It means void of light, wicked, and a lot of other negative connotations. And he ended up calling himself white, like this. But he doesn't look like this. He doesn't look purely white like this. His flesh is transparent, which it shows his blood through his skin. And that's how he come up with the name Edom or Esau, which is red like the potters. Let me get that. Genesis chapter 25. I'll go here. And Esau said, Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. All right? Esau Edom, who they called the white man, you know, through their wine, through their false philosophies, through their rudiments of men, and they got the whole world to go by these color lines. All right? But the point is, this man has touched the apple of the Lord's eyes. This man wickedly has taken the children of Israel and done whatever he feels suitable to do. And though the Lord used him as a sword, a weapon against the children of Israel, he took things out of proportion, out of control. He didn't do things according to the scriptures, as far as if you're supposed to have someone as a slave, or you're supposed to have someone, under your guidance, or under your leadership, under your rulership. All right? This is one of the things that he did. Salakia. Don't do it. There we go. Which they do to this day, right? I'm going to go to Joel. I'm going to start at verse 1. Joel, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time will I bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, the southern and the northern kingdom of Israel. Verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, the speckled bird, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, West Indian, Haitian, the speckled bird. My heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. All right? Psalms chapter 83, you can hear how Edom, who is the so-called white man, Ishmael, the so-called Arabian, uh, um, um, you got the Philistines and Tyre, the so-called Africans, and you have Moab and Ammon, the so-called Asians, right? That plotted together to put us over here in this predicament, in this situation. They all was a part of it. And the Lord gonna bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the valley of judgment. All right, over there in the so-called Middle East, which everybody, where they're all getting wrapped up for right now, pretty much. EU, UN, Russia, America, Israel, Iran. That's what the Lord is doing. He's gathering, he's stirring up the pot to get all these nations to come over there and start fighting against each other. All because of Esau Edom. All right? All due to Esau Edom. You know, he's not being a fair ruler, right? Being a niggard at his own table. You know, the Egyptian fighting against the Egyptian, right? Once again, whom they have scattered among the nations, the Lord's heritage, and parted my land. They parted the land over there in the homeland of the Israelites. You know, the Lord's land. You have the Palestinians. You have the so-called Ish people. You know, fighting for that land over there. You know the Ishmaelites, Edom. They're fighting for their land right there. That's what this whole battle is about. Iran, the Palestinians, and the Israelis, right? They're fighting for our land. They parted our land. Verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Giving a boy for a harlot. Now let's go here. Because this is what I want to get to. I want to get to make it real simple. Giving a boy for a harlot. What are the men on the highways and hedges doing right now? Ezekiel 9:4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for the abominations that be done therein, that be done in the midst thereof. You have 144,000 men standing up, being bold in front of the faces of the whole world, in front of the face of all of our enemies. Lord, willing we be a part of that number. Sighing and crying. They made us a whore. They made us a whore. And we got to take accountability for ourselves as well, because somewhere down the line, you know, through all these captivities, we kept on putting Yahweh Shema Shah on the back burner. But now we crying and sighing. We crying and we sighing. Praying that the Lord, you know, have mercy on us. Where I want to go. Is that in Leviticus chapter 22? Leviticus chapter 22. I'll jump down because I think it's like in the 20s. No, it's gonna be toward the end. No, no, it's not 22. So like, let me just punch this in then. Salaki, Deuteronomy 22. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 22, go down to verse 22. Okay. If a man be found lying with a woman married to a husband, all right, then they shall both of them die. Both the man that lay with the woman and the woman, so shall thou put evil out from Israel. Okay? And that's what happened to us. That's why we got kicked out the homeland. Because we want to dabble, we want to be with, the other nations. We want to be with other nations. The same way, like, written for a man, and a woman. If a woman is with you and she ends up sleeping with another man, it's law. All things are lawful, but it's not expedient in these days and time. It's lawful for it to take her out and him. It's lawful for that to be a factor. All right? And that what happened to us. The Lord took us out. He kicked us out of our home. He said, go ahead and do what y'all want to do. And we've been getting chopped up and murked over and over and over again for violating that agreement. Right? Verse 23. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband. And who's our husband? Who's our husbandman? Let me get it. Isaiah 54 and verse 5. For thy maker is thine husband, right? The Lord of hosts is his name, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. So this is only to Israel. This is not to any other nation in the world. There's 18 nations. You have 17 heathen nations. Then you have the one nation that Yahweh Shemiah Shai said is over all, that he is the husbandman of, right? For the maker, Yahweh Shemiah Shai is thine husband. The Lord of hosts is his name, and the Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. The power of the whole earth shall he be called. For the Lord hath called thee as a woman, forsaken and grieved in spirit, and a wife of youth, when thou wast refused, saith thy power. While the whole world refused us, while the whole world mocked us, scoffed and even from Egypt, from our first captivity, all the heavy burdens they put on us, and this being the second Egypt, the last and final Egypt, all the atrocities they put on us. The Lord's judgment is as a ring. What goes, they say, the world say what goes around comes around, but it's written, you reap what you sow. All right, and Esau, Edom had and these other nations had sold us as a boy, as a harlot, and a woman, a girl for wine, cheap wine, and treated us like crap for years, and the payback is coming. And payback is coming. Let's go back to that Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 22 and 23. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her, then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, right? Being in the city. and the man, because he have humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil from among you. All right. So if you being going through all this, being taken, right, being taken by Esau Edom. At first, you know, being a part of the curses, we had to go through it. We wanted to be involved in their life. We thought that they were better than our power. We thought what they had going on held more validity or that we can get more out of it. Salakia. Jeremiah 3, Jeremiah 3 and 1. They say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord. So the Lord is having mercy. And it's starting with his elect, starting with his men, his elect men. And what are we doing? We crying and we sighing. We sorry, Lord, for what we done. And we tired of having to live in this world and what they created. You know, a sense of false security. You know, all the lies. You know, not having no joy of our children, not having no joy of our women. Our women are out of control, out of order. We know, we understand. We Baba Kashah, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Baba Kashah, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. We pray that you just continue to have mercy on us and just get us through this. You know, we don't want to be a part of this of whoredom. You know, we don't want to be part of the wine of Babylon. It's tiresome. We're worn out. You know, and the Lord had mercy on us. He said, just return. And the thing is, you know, it's a lot of us, a lot of men that's returning to the Lord. And for women, Isaiah 4 and 1 is going to be your determining factor as well. It is. Most of y'all, and why is just because, you know, no matter how wicked women have done things in their past, they can't grasp this concept. They think that the only time there's going to be 7 women gathered to one man is going to be in the kingdom, or like right at the brink of it. We're at the brink. We're at the brink. You don't see it yet? You will in due time. You will, if the Lord have mercy on you, right? But the men of the Lord, which we have to prepare, we have to pray that the Lord have mercy on us to keep us focused on Him and guided. That we don't be distracted about anything. We're not your box women. Your box is gonna be the last thing on our mind during survival time, during keeping focused on Yahweh Shema Shai. That's gonna be our guide. Not no box, not in multiple women. Y'all are not the prize. And in that day, you're gonna understand why the Lord's gonna make a man more fine, uh, more precious than fine gold. In that day, you're gonna find out. Back to Deuteronomy 22 and 24. Then shall they bring them both out unto that gate of the city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel, why? Because she cried not. All right, and we crying out. We crying out. This devil keep on touching us. He keep on trying us. He keep on trying to pervert us, and we ain't going. We ain't going. Lord forbid. You know, we ain't going. We don't want to be part of that number. This is part of the number we want to be. Romans 11:4. Now I'm going to jump up. The Lord said, be faithful even until death. Romans 11, chapter 3. Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. But what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men whom have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Okay? Even so, then at this present time also, there is a remnant, right? Back to that number, a remnant according to the election of grace that is not going to bow the knee to Baal, not going to get on their knees and be a whore for this system, not going to take that Revelation 13 and 16. All right? Being faithful even unto death, crying out, sighing and crying for the abomination that's being done in this present captivity. You got five wise versions, and you got five unwise versions. And we're hoping and praying to be a part of the five wise virgins. Trimming our lamps, warning our people, crying aloud. This man keep on trying to put his hand on us, and we don't want him. We don't need him. We pledge allegiance to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, to our power. The one that told us, turn back, O ye backsliding daughter. And we know 2/3 are not going to do it. We'll have to see them in the kingdom, Lord, will we be a part of that elect number, that remnant. All right? This devil would have stole us. He'd have pushed us beyond our limits. We are worn out. And the funny thing about it is you still have 2/3 of Israel. They not worn out. They as they say the cap, they have that it starts with a P. It's when your slave master that's beating you down start giving you little gifts. A gift destroys the heart, which is your mind, your life. A gift destroys the way you think, your mental process, to the point where you start to love oppression and you start to love perverseness. Because in this world, in this kingdom, Esau Edom kingdom, the so-called white man's kingdom, it is perverse. There's no other way you can get around it. I was watching a little clip the other day, a short. It was a woman that bust inside, Edomite woman, bust inside her son's bedroom. He looking like he damn near 23, 24, 25 or whatever. And she said, I heard her. What is she doing? What you got going on? I hope I had the video. Let me see. I don't think I got it on here. If I could find it, man, you'll see how sick these people is. Give me 1 second, man. How perverse. No, man. No, man. I gotta find it in something else, man. They're not gonna give it to me. What do they call that? TikTok. They're not gonna give it to me. But the point is, nope, they're not gonna give it to me. The woman had walked in on the guy humping the doggone goose. Humping the goose. If I could find it, I'm gonna put it in one of my videos later on or something like that. But this world has got to go. The people that run this world got to go. Then the Lord, we're crying out. We're crying out. We're not trying to be taken. We're tired of being used and abused by this man, his system, this system, and anybody that's in conjunction with this system. We're worn out. We're tired. And the only strength that we got left is to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Of Yahweh Shem Yahushua coming into finishing to fulfill the rest of the prophecies. And this being the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, that'll be the beginning, and from there on down, all of the prophecies are gonna happen. We just pray, I pray, that He continue to keep us in the spirit, that we be faithful, that He keep us to be faithful into death, that in our weakness He is made strong and manifested, that the world understand and bow down in fear before all. All the world bow down in fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. When all is said and done, that He get all the glory, He get all the praise at the end of the day. With that, I'm going to close out giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kwakadash, double honor to our elders and apostles of GMS, to the hopeful elect, endure, Adawan Ratazah, endure. Till next time, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abba Abba.